You also start to network, man. I mean, you just really get out there and hustle. That's what's called hustle. You go to every meeting, every function, every event, everything that you can attend, everywhere you can go, and you're out there. One of the biggest mistakes people do is they get out to meetings and they start to run up to everyone and they want to tell everybody, oh man, here's how great I am. You know, I've seen a video out there, how great I am. But the reality is that in business, you're really out there to ask and listen, especially at first. Keep your eye open, because remember early when we said clarity is power? You're trying to look for some ideal clients, for some ideal partners. At first, you're really trying to look for what are other people that are successful in this business doing. So you really want to listen more than you talk. You want to develop some relationships, strategic relationships to help you long term. That may also be family, would also be friends. And the most powerful 4 words in the English language are, I need your help. But let me explain one more thing. There's something called the law of reciprocity. So as you're networking out there, you should always be providing value, giving more than you're receiving, and giving actually always starts the receiving process. As you're posting these things out there and you're building your online presence, position yourself as an expert. Show what you can do. So be positioned out there as that expert as you're building your online presence, as you're out there and you're networking with other people, talking to other people. Some of these are tying together because the reality is all of these things are foundational stones. They're intertwined, they're intermixed. You got to do all of them. You can't go, I'm going to do 5 things or 6 things. And because the next thing we're going to talk about networking and seeking a mentor. We've talked about mentor. In Texas, it's mentor. That comes in a lot of different forms because number one, Jim Rohn, if you ever heard of Jim Rohn, maybe you haven't, but he said we all need 5 different mentors. For me, I had family members that were mentor, parents that were mentors, but what I'm referring to today more is like a business mentor. People out there in the business world that are succeeding, and start hanging around them. You probably know someone, it could be someone close, but make sure you're careful who you take advice from. We're also, when we're talking about network, is the people we hang around, because we become like the 5 people that we hang around the most. So you really want to be very careful who you're listening to. The circle that you're involved with right now of friends, a lot of them are probably going to discourage you potentially long-term for the goals, what we said earlier, clarity, for the clear goals that you have that you want to achieve. They're going to tell you it's not possible, man. You're chasing that dream. You're running after your passion. Get a job, because most people do have a job mentality and they have a security mentality. And as a business owner, number one, you have to be willing to up your circle, change the people that you're hanging around, change the people that you're associating with. You create more of a mastermind effect when you're networking. That means that we have a group of people that are really wanting to elevate us, that are wanting to help us succeed. So make sure who you're listening to. So seek out some mentors. They don't have to be people you know. They can be people you listen to on podcasts. They can be people that you listen to audios, watch videos of that are out there, that are in the business world, that are succeeding. And make sure you just start to become more and more of an expert, not only in your industry, but an expert right up here mentally. You got to win that mental game before you win other games. And if you're hanging out with the wrong people, you're going to wind up in the wrong places and doing the wrong things. But if you're hanging out with the right people, you're going to wind up in the right places. And guess what? You're going to wind up doing the right things. And that's going to mean a lot to you and your long-term business success.